Hello, everyone. Welcome to 10 Minutes Astrology. Once a week, me and Alejo will be here to share our study of astrology with you. Hello, Alejo. How are you?
Hi, how are you? I'm great. How are you feeling today?
Not too bad, not too bad. So, well, before we started, Alejo has some important news to tell us.
I think my computer is also saying.
Yeah,
So
music.
on the 15th of March, we have the Astro Duet. It is a kind of conversation we're going to have in the Astrological Association of the UK, basically. The webpage is astrologicalassociation.com. You go at the top to events and UK events or AA events, actually. We're going to be talking about Jupiter semi-square Neptune. Roy Gillett is going to be there, and Amanda Williams.
Mm.
These are very good and experienced astrologers. And basically, we're going to be talking about what's going to happen with this semi-square. So Jupiter was conjunct Neptune in 2022, and now it's reaching the semi-square to Neptune. So this is part of a
Mm.
cycle. And basically, the idea is to try to see how is it manifesting nowadays. It's on the 15th of March at 7 p.m. It's for free, so everybody is invited to come. If you want to come, you have to
Yay.
join to get the link and just go to the webpage. Yes.
Cool, cool. So very simple. You just click the link from the Astrological Association and then just secure your seat. And it's no charge, but we are welcome the donation because we need your donation.
Yes, we do.
Indeed. Okay, it's not me and Ariel. We also need, but the association definitely need more help. We don't receive donation yet, but one day we may. But the astrological association, we definitely need your donation. Please feel welcome. Everything are welcome. Okay. Anyway, so from my side, as Academy of Astrology UK, on the 16th, Saturday 16th of March, Liam McCarthy going to talk about Juno and the series in the chart. So please come to join us to listen this, draw planet and asteroid, how interesting they can symbolize in your chart. Okay. So Alejo, we are coming to the Saturn in 6, right?
Yes. So the sixth house, we said it's a house of routines, daily work, and health.
Mm-hmm.
So if Saturn is there, we can imagine that daily routines are taken seriously. It's a serious matter. Also, my role at work, what I have to do at work, is taken seriously. And perhaps there first a sense of restriction, as usual, a sense of limitation. So the sense that we have to work too much to get
Mm.
practical results, that we have to work too much to develop skills. But again, with Saturn, always, not always actually, if we pay attention and we do the work,
Mm.
Saturn with time will give us great results. So maybe actually this person becomes an authority in whatever skill they want to develop. They become like in the work environment, they become again a sense of authority, a sense of ruler, or someone who, when his colleagues at work will pay attention to his or their or her colleagues at works will pay attention to this person. If we think about health, it could be also the sensation, the feeling that health is somewhat weak at some point. So we have to pay attention to, again, daily routines, our body, what our body needs, and how to take care of our body. It could express like physically with some kind of physical condition, or it could be
Mm.
only like a psychological focus on that, like a kind of awareness of fear of developing some kind of disease. And that makes this person, again, take seriously their nutrition, their sleep cycles, everything that has to do with health, right? Their daily habits, let's say, that have to
Mm.
do with health. And again, with time, probably they become, actually very, very good at handling their health, handling their body, and making aware decisions on how to spend their day, what to do during the day to make it a profitable day.
Mm. Yes, one thing I like Saturn is that it is very practical. There is no bullshit. There is no big fantasy. With Saturn is what you see is what you get. What you work maybe is what you get if you do the job very well. And in the sixth house, I really like. I agree with you. There's a like something some astrologers say that related to health or everyday life and work. I really like an idea of everyday life. That totally changed my view of the sixth house, because indeed is a how you live your life every day, and you get the result of it in the sixth house. So it's very interesting. Like what people say, you are what you eat. So
Yeah,
what you do and what you eat in everyday's life will have a result, will have an outcome on your health or on your appearance. This is exactly sixth house, especially when Saturn in sixth house. You take you take your every daily life, daily routine seriously. Then you
exactly.
may will have a what I say. I don't want to say good life, but at least very stable and very maybe I think the health you take care would be your body would be strong enough. Maybe say that in one way. Undeniable. Some time ago, maybe in the traditional view, this Saturn in the 6,000 maybe is not a good omen of the health.
Ah,
Yeah, but I think in the modern view we can see it in another way. It's always about how we see things. So today we prepared one example we're going to share with everyone, and it's quite interesting because this lady working really hard.
it is, yes.
Okay, today Alex and I we're going to share Coco Chanel.
Yeah, so here we have
Well,
her.
yes. Alejo, do you want to share her birth data with everyone?
So she was born on the 19th of August, 1883, 4 p.m. in Saumur, France. I don't know how you pronounce this. In France,
Mm.
Saumur.
Mm-hmm.
So she's a Sagittarius rising at 29 degrees, Moon in Pisces in
Mm.
the third, opposing Mercury in Virgo conjunct. Well, I'm sorry, I'm going over her because I know this chart a lot actually, and you can see so much how she
Yes, that
changed
was so
fashion
interesting.
forever. Yeah, so I
That
get
was so.
yes.
When we discuss which chart we should we use, I say, well, I was thinking, Coco Chanel. You said yes, she has a Saturn in the sixth. I said, how could you remember this?
Yes.
Because you really
Uh,
use her chart quite often. Okay, so how can we see her Saturn in the how can we explain her Saturn in the sixth house?
Well, so imagine she was born, she came from a very hard childhood with little
Mm.
possibilities, and she started having different works until she developed. She learned how to sew and how to work. So you say sew, right? When am I saying right?
Yeah, sewing.
Sew.
Yeah.
So he learned how to do this and how to work with the different textiles.
Mm.
And so she started, little by little. I think at first she was designing hats, if I remember correctly.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
at some point, she decided to start doing her own thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's something, and now Chanel is huge. Come on. But she
Yeah.
started, she was a little girl who started doing her things, and she worked so hard in learning what to do, and she had
Yeah.
to recreate herself a lot of times, which you can see in other things on her chart. But it was always like through hard work. She never gave up. She was very driven, intensely driven,
Mm.
and it's interesting. She has this Saturn in Gemini. She had this ability to adapt to the circumstances, to the hardships of circumstances. So her everyday work was changing according to what was happening around. Actually, she was accused a little bit of collaborating with the Nazis when they go to Paris. Because,
Yeah.
she said,
Yeah.
okay, I have to adapt again to survive, So she has this kind of Saturn in the sixth of, being able to create new structures because it's in Gemini, I think, so it has this adaptable nature, being able to create new structures, new patterns in everyday life in order to achieve what I want.
Mm. Well, in another way, some people this has a view about Coco Chanel, although she was so creative. But some people, some I think her biographies, the writer did describe her as a lonely and isolated lady. on her own, which is like even she enjoy life or something, but it is kind of distant with other people. That is like her everyday lifestyle, but work is her big thing. And
Yeah.
she was described as that I don't have time to hate you. I'm so busy. I have a lot of things to do. I don't have time to hate you. So I was like, hey, that's a very interesting view, you know. For that's what always one thing. I remember one of our friend used to be your student and one of our friend. There's one time she described things with me. It's like I was feel frustrated about something, and she really say, do you feel like maybe your frustrations come from you stuck in some way of your life at this moment that easily turned our frustration toward to something else, someone else, rather than we feel frustrated on our own. I say, wow, that is amazing. So when you are so busy, you don't really have time to be frustrated, or you don't really have time to hate people. You just want to get your things done.
Yes, yes, indeed. And
Yeah.
she was super in that sense.
Definitely, definitely. Yeah, so today we share about the Saturn in sixth house and with Coco Chanel's chart. It's very interesting, and this is how we learn astrology. But don't forget, next week on the 15th of March, Astrological Association has an astrological duet hosted by Alejo. And then on the 16th of March, I will have the Liam McCarthy come to talk about series and the journal. Okay, so see you next week. Bye bye.
Bye bye, everyone.